Have you ever wondered if the advice you are following to turn leads into customers is wrong? I think a lot of it is, and it's holding your startup back. In fact, I know this because I have worked with over 50 startups and Fortune 500 companies, and the ones that follow the typical advice, like just get more leads or use ads to get more traffic, never make it. So I'm excited because today I'm going to show you the exact system for turning your leads into paying customers without doing sales calls or cold outreach. You will learn exactly what you need to focus on and what terrible advice you need to avoid so you can start getting customers. Okay, now you might be wondering, is this really going to work for me? If you are a startup founder and you have an excellent product, this is going to work for you. The 5-step framework I'm about to show you has been used by the world's top startups. And the best part is, it's not rocket science. It's easy to apply and you can even do it as a solo founder. So with that in mind, what is the strategy we are going to use to turn leads into paying customers? It's called the AARRR Framework. It was introduced by David McClure, founder of Practical Venture Capital. Here is how it works. The AARRR Framework consists of 5 phases, and in each phase you ask yourself a simple question. We start with the acquisition phase. Here you would ask yourself, how do we make customers find us? Next comes the activation phase. How do we get customers to use our product? Retention, how do we keep customers coming back? Referral, how do we get customers to refer others? And revenue, how do we make money from our customers? In this video, we will focus on the first 2 stages, acquisition and activation, because this is where you turn leads into customers. Alright, let's start with acquisition. I want you to picture this. You have spent countless hours perfecting your product, and now you are finally ready to show it to the world. You launch your startup, and you are super excited. But here is the problem. Where are the customers? And now most founders make this one big mistake. They think, okay, we just need to get more eyeballs to get customers. So they start running social media ads, posting on TikTok, doing SEO, influencer marketing, you name it. But nothing works. Leads don't convert, no customers. So here is the truth. It's not about getting more leads. It's about getting the right leads. I mean, think about it. Would you rather have 1 million random people scrolling past your content or 100 qualified leads who actually want your product? And that's why it's so important to define your target audience. And you need to be very specific, because if you try to reach everyone, you end up reaching no one. And you can define your target audience super easy with just 3 simple questions. What keeps my customers up at night? Here you want to understand what problems they are struggling with, what motivates them to solve their problem. You want to understand if it's just nice to have or if it's painful enough that they are actively looking for a solution. And what is their desired future state? You clearly want to understand how they define success. And when you have clear answers to these questions, you will know exactly who your customers are and, more importantly, what they want. Now you know who your target audience is. The next step is to position your product in a way that they say, yes, this is exactly for me. So on your sales page, don't just show the features. Show the real outcomes that are important to them. For example, if you save your customers 10 hours per week, say that. If you help them make more money, say that and show them how. For example, if you offer an email automation tool, instead of just saying we offer an AI automation tool, you could say, by using our software, you will increase your email conversions by 20% and earn 10,000 per year. Or you will reduce your email workload by 80%, saving 2,000 per month in labor cost. Do you see the difference? That's why it's so important to position your product the right way. Your leads will know right away, this solution is for me. So always show the value of your product. And at best, tie it to a monetary value like I showed you. So now that you have defined your target audience and you have positioned your product in a way that speaks directly to them, it's time to get some leads so we can turn them into paying customers. It's time to find the best marketing channels for your startup. Now the question is, where do potential customers hang out? here is where so many founders get overwhelmed. There are so many options: ads, SEO, email marketing, social media, YouTube, podcasts. It's super difficult to know which marketing channel will work best. Now, a lot of marketing gurus will tell you use Instagram or TikTok because they are trendy channels. But here is the truth. In the beginning, no one can tell you which marketing channel will work best for your startup. The key is to experiment. And here is how you do it. You brainstorm a few marketing channels and marketing ideas that might work to get new customers. Next, you quickly test the most promising ideas. You track the metrics that matter and you double down on what works. So, for example, if posting valuable content on social media drives traffic to your website and brings you new leads, great. If email marketing brings sign-ups, great. So your job is to find 1 or 2 marketing channels that consistently bring in qualified leads and then go all in. But hey, to make your life easier, I have created a 4-step framework to help you find the best marketing channels for your startup without you having to waste your hard-earned money on expensive ads or random marketing. I have used this exact framework with over 50 startups and some Fortune 500 companies, so you can be sure it works. You can get it in my marketing channel bundle. So check out the first link in the description below. Once you reach the right people with the right marketing channels, it's time to capture their interest and turn them into leads. And one of the best ways to do so is with a lead magnet. A lead magnet is something you give away for free on your website in exchange for people's email address. This could be a free ebook, a free worksheet, or what most startups do, a free demo of their product. And the goal is simple. You get their email address and build a relationship with valuable emails. For example, you send them 5 emails after they downloaded your lead magnet with more valuable content, or you show them more benefits of your product to build trust. So they are more likely to convert later. Okay, so now we've got our first qualified leads, our first hot leads, the people who signed up for our free demo. Now it's time to turn those leads into customers. But how do we do that? And this is where the real magic happens. It's super simple, but you know what? Most startups, most founders don't even know about this. You need to get your leads to the aha moment as quickly as possible. The aha moment is the point where a user says, wait a minute, this is exactly what I needed. It's the moment where your leads understand the full value of your product. And it's the moment when they are ready to pay for your solution. So how do you do this? First, let me show you how not to do it, because that's what most startups do. So let's say you sign up for an automation tool and you see this interface. And it starts like this. Tooltip number 1, here is feature number 1, tooltip number 2, here is feature number 2, tooltip number 3, here is feature number 3. Super annoying. No one wants to learn about all your features. Your leads want results, fast. They want to see how you can deliver value. So you need to get them to the aha moment as quickly as possible. Now remember this, the golden rule is, the longer the time to value, the less likely people are to stay. So you identify the core feature of your product, the one feature that made people sign up for your free demo in the first place. And then you lead them directly to this feature. Let me give you an example. Let's say you sign up for a project management tool. You log in, it asks you to create a project, invite your team and assign a task. And that's it. In less than 3 minutes, you have experienced how organized your workflow could be. That's the aha moment. So here is what I want you to do. Answer these 3 questions. What is the first win my users can experience? How can I guide them to it in under 5 minutes? And how can I remove friction from that path? So no fancy quizzes or long tutorials in the beginning. You need to guide your leads to the aha moment as quickly as possible, because that's how you turn leads into customers. Now that you know how to turn leads into customers, let me show you the outdated advice you should avoid at all costs. Remember, advice like just get more leads, run more ads, cold email more people, or offer a discount. These things might give you a short-term boost, but they won't build a healthy startup. So instead, you should always focus on getting qualified leads, building trust, and getting your leads to the aha moment as quickly as possible. This way, you can cut out the cold calling or the expensive advertising, because customers will come to you through your lead magnets and stay with you because you lead them to the aha moment. So remember, to turn your leads into customers, you first need to define your target audience. Then position your product in a way that speaks directly to them, find the best marketing channels, build a lead magnet to capture their interest, and guide your leads to the aha moment as quickly as possible. It's not rocket science, and you can do it if you follow the process. But hey, if you want to take the next step and make your customers recommend your product so you can get even more customers, check out this video where I will show you the entire AARRR funnel. And if you found this helpful, make sure you subscribe to the channel. I drop practical startup strategies like this every week. See you in the next one. Bye bye.